Hey, good morning everyone, TractorMan44 here. Hey, you know what? Today we're going to finish up sawing a hackberry that I probably should have done a video on just because, you know, hackberry is kind of an odd lumber or an odd wood. If you take a look at that bark, it has definitely got some telltale bark. It's probably some of the roughest bark, shortest, scaly bark hickory that you can find. And this here without gloves, it just eats your hands plumb up. And I tell you, this has been cut for just a little while. I don't know, several months. But you can't expect very much moisture to leave a log in just a few months. But man, I tell you what, there's more moisture in this thing here than you can possibly imagine. And I tell you what, I don't know a whole lot of properties of hackberry. Some guys have told me, you know, that the old timers used to build wagon beds and all that stuff out of it. I don't know that that's true or not. We always considered it a trash wood or a junk wood. We didn't even burn it back on place because we had an abundance of all the good hardwoods. Like I said, I don't know much about the properties of hackberry. I'm sure you guys will fill me in on that. But I can tell you two things that I know for sure. Number one, it's got a very pretty grain. There's no doubt about it. And number two, let's take a look at the boards I cut yesterday, just getting started with this log. If you take a look at this grain right here, this is absolutely some gorgeous grain. It's nice and white. It almost looks like a pine. However, you always want to cut your timber, you know, if you're cutting 8-foot material, you want to cut it 9 foot, or, you know, very, very close to 9 foot, so you get several inches from each end for it to check or to split. Never in my life have I seen any other wood split that far in. This split 24 inches in from either end. Here's the one end, and there's the other end. Now, I have no idea if it's because it's cut at the wrong time of the year. I don't know if it's simply because of the massive moisture content or whatever, but I find that absolutely incredible that it split such a distance in from the end. As a matter of fact, I brought this home in a 14-foot long piece, and it's sitting here on the mill, you know, over the last month or month and a half or so. I noticed that the end split, and so I cut several lengths off of both ends, of firewood off of both ends of it, just to get it, you know, to where maybe it would quit splitting. I had no idea, didn't know what to expect. And so once I saw this yesterday, it was just absolutely crazy. But when you're sawing, a lot of times if there's a lot of tension, you can just see the board that you're sawing just kind of raise up, or you'll see it kind of twist off of your cant this way or that way if you've got excessive tension in the material. This thing here just sat there just absolute perfect. Didn't do anything until about within an hour it had split like that. I love that. Now you can see the tension. I turned it 90 degrees and you can see the tension raising right up off of that pad. That's pretty incredible. I'm hoping by turning it 90 degrees it's going to take a lot of the tension out that's causing that stuff to crack. Again, just a guess.
This is hackberry. He's probably told you that. I've never sawn hackberry before, so I was looking forward to seeing how it's sawed. He also put on a new blade for me, so it is really easy sawing. It's going through there. I would say even easier than pine. There's a lot of moisture in it, and the wind is wicked today, so he's gone to get me a pair of goggles. lines that are in it. The darker this
know what
stuff
that
here.
is.
You don't know.
I don't know what that is. Like, especially out in here.
Yeah, there's a couple that have it right out in the middle. It's
I
like,
think that's maybe there's a blemish on the side of the bark. I don't know. No, maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know. Man.
I mean, it's not. Once you want to plane when they get a little drier, plane one of them just to see what it looks like.
Some of that pattern is just pretty as can be. Like, look at this
It
guy
is,
here. Yeah, we finished up that hackberry. I'm not real thrilled about it, but at least it looks pretty good. It'll be for some woodworking material or maybe a shelf or something. But at the same time, my son's grandfather-in-law had an old cherry tree that had blown down in their yard 15 years ago or so, and he had blocked it up into short lengths and had it under tarps and everything and all that. And here, I don't know, last year or so, he asked me if I'd bring it out and saw whatever I can get out of it. And so we went ahead and did that. So we got 3 cherry up there stacked on the back end back there, about 5.5 foot long or something like that. There's a little bit of good material. Actually, there's one of them has got some really good material. So we got some 2-inch and some 1-inch, and some it's all live edge sawn, so that he can resaw it on his table saw and get as much material out of them as he possibly can. If I do it on the bandsaw, I'm going to waste a whole lot more than what he can save on the table saw. So that's about it. Here it is, the 26th of February, and it's 73 degrees and working in a t-shirt. You can't ask for better than this, but I do believe that's going to make the winter last a long time yet. It's probably going to be cold well into April, maybe even first part of May this year, I'm thinking. So you know what? That's it for the weather forecast, and that's all I got in this TractorMan 44. And I'm out of here. The missus is already gone.